Our players. So, spawning in the top left hand corner from Imaginary Game, and again this team, they just need to take 2 maps today. That will be their primary goal, take 2 maps. If they can win the series, brilliant, but 2 maps is what they really need. In the upper left from Imaginary Gaming, Revolver. Down in the bottom right from Millennium, representing Baguette here in the SC2 Improved Team League, Lilbow. Alright, so PVZ to get us started on Coda here today. Let's see how this is going to get going. Give me a quick moment, just make sure we can... Okay, we are indeed on Team Liquid, which is always a good sign. It means that I did everything correctly in the end, even though we had a bit of a nightmare just before we went live. But hey, what isn't a good stress out before casting, you know? Apart from the fact it completely fucks with your mind and you've got no idea what's actually going on. Anyways, we're starting this series, and yeah, Revolver versus Lilbow. I mean, Revolver probably the weakest player on Imaginary Gaming when you compare him to Targa, Mini Razor, and Wellmu. So just send him out here first, and quite often they will start with, say, Targa or someone, but they're not taking any risks today. They're playing a very standard strategy of players, I think, where they're just going to send out Revolver first, let him try to take down someone, and you know, if you can take down someone like Lilbow, brilliant. That'll be one map out of the way, and one of the harder players from Baguette out of the way. So we'll see how this goes. We've got a Zealot on the way up right now from Lilbow, Corona boosting that out actually, so going to be moving across the map very quickly here, looking to try and get some early damage done. There was a hatchery first from Revolver, and he is going to go into a spawning pool now as well, and you know, you can definitely get in, if you can get the Zealot in towards one of these gaps in the mineral lines, you can definitely be annoying, you can definitely get some damage done, force a couple more Zerglings than Revolver may usually want to make, and that's kind of indirect damage as it's him not droning in that time. A couple of drones are on the way then right now, and a gas as well from Revolver as that first Zealot does begin to move across the map. No gas right now from Lilbow. Back at home, he just drops his Nexus and then starts to build his first assimilator of the game. Second assimilator will come down next, and his Cybernetics core will be soon to follow, so he can start going into the Mothership core for some early game defense, and get a Stalker out as well if he wants one to deny some Overlords. But for now, we're watching this Zealot coming across the map and heading in towards the main base to try and see if he can pick off a drone or two and apply a little bit of early pressure. 6 lings already being made here by Revolver, so already kind of responding to this Zealot marching across the map, and is going to pull some drones, actually only over towards the natural, and I'm going to pull a couple of drones away as this Zealot is chasing, and he might be able to pick up one drone kill there, and a second drone kill, maybe. A couple of lings coming in here, and well, and so far Lilbow has been playing pretty well with this. He's keeping it in the corners, and well, now he will just have to engage this Revolver. Can he keep that Zerglings alive, or try to? And in fact, Lilbow messing that up a little bit there. Could have got another Zergling at least, as he kind of moved away before the swipe damage went in. Loses his Zealot, he gets a drone kill, not too bad, and you can see the drone count of Revolver down at 16 against just 23 probes. So I mean, he's really been slowed down here quite a lot by that first Zealot, making these so many Zerglings early on, and now moving across the map to see what he can do. What's up, Juice Waggle? I'm good. How are you today? Hello, I'm on to Dillo, the free for all god. And hello, Anda974, who is cheering on Lilbow in the first game of this series. These links coming across the map looking to see what they can get done. Mothership Core and Stalker out, and that means that they'll probably just have to turn around and go home here now. I'm wondering why it's so cold in my room, and the flipping window's open. Who the hell opened the window? I have no idea. I have no idea. It's only open like a tiny crack, and it's actually making my room really cold. First gateway on the way up here for Lilbow. He's going to add a second as well, so that's going to take him up to 3 gates in total. And what will he complete this wall off with? I mean, he can obviously take down this debris. He's going to just complete it with a forge. It's looking as though he's going to some macro style play here. He's actually has a gap over there next to that gateway, so Stalker will fill that. And again, if he really wants to, he can take down that debris, although I wouldn't imagine why he would if he does already have a gap in the wall. No gas just yet on the natural, but that'll be coming up pretty shortly. This isn't really going to be any kind of all-in from Lilbow with the forge already on the way, so we're just waiting to see what exactly he's going to try and get up to from the forge. Most likely just going to be a Twilight Council, a third base, I imagine, and maybe just try and hit a free base time with kind of mass Blink Stalker with a bunch of sentries as well. We might see him try and move out a little bit. We are seeing him to make some sentries right now, and getting them up early allows him to build up the energy, and of course he can move out and pressure a little with the Mothership core. when you've got that first 100 energy, you can have that recall available and try and just force some units out. But it looks as though for now Lilbow just already moving over to clean out his third base. Nothing over here, and there isn't an overlord which is already taking some damage. And he will try and grab some more damage on that, as the overlord actually, I don't know where it's trying to go to. I mean, he probably could have made it down. I guess maybe not. He maybe could have made it down here if he started heading in that direction straight away. Probe makes it over here. The Zerglings get cleaned out before they kill off the probe, and that's a third base on the way for our Protoss player. Upgrade starting here then for Revolver back at home. His Stars has got a third hatchery up and beginning to get running. So third hatch up, and melee upgrades going to be coming in from our Zerg. So melee upgrades coming up for you for Revolver, as Hallucinated Phoenix going to move across the map from Lilbow and look to see what he can maybe try and get up to. So this Hallucinated Phoenix moving in and just seeing what he's going to be going up against here. And it is going to be those melee upgrades coming in for Revolver, so no master upgrades. And we see a Rotoran starting to build here, and that's a pretty late Rotoran. Lilbow will click on it, and I feel as though that's a little bit of a fake here from Revolver, slash he may just need it for early game defense, because he's definitely not going to commit to too many roaches for the entirety of the game. Again, he's going to be relying on the melee upgrades. As moving through the middle of the map, we see the sentries going to hallucinate Phoenix and go forward and scout. Sentries moving forwards again, and well, what can Lilbow get done here? He's got some force fields, of course. He's actually going to find some drones already. A couple of force fields will block all 5 of them drones off. One of them gets away, coming up this ramp, and he's going to sit in a nice little position here. And again, he might be able to get some damage done. Only Zerglings out right now from Revolver. And as these Zerglings going to start sneaking their way through these force fields, Lilbow's in a position though where he can put that force field down and really limit the amount of damage these Zerglings are able to do. Spinecrawler up though, and so Lilbow is actually starting to lose his sentries here, which means it might be time to just recall out. One more sentry goes down, 10 workers killed in total, however, and that puts Lilbow at a worker lead here at the start of the mid game here, at the start of the mid game of this PVZ. Loling's moving across the map here from Revolver, looking for a counter-attack, following up that pressure from Lilbow, looking to just use these Zerglings for anything useful, but so many sentries he's not really going to be able to with these choke points set up. Infestation pit on the way down. We're expecting a pretty quick hive here from Revolver, head into that ultra-risk composition. This is something which Lilbow is going to be able to spot. And he's actually going to start up some infestors, so Revolver actually going to get some infestors out here early. No pathogen glands, and might just look to build up some fungal growths on these so that the Zerglings can connect with the Blink Stalkers should some kind of aggressive timing come out from our Protoss player. A base coming up in the upper right hand corner from Revolver as well, so starting to establish that fourth, as both players not really making too many interesting moves right now. Just the hive on the way up, I mean just building up in towards their compositions with a lot of gateways on the way down for Lilbow here. It's going to take him up to 9 gates in total, so we'll see if he wants to move forward here and attack. And he is beginning to move out with these first few sentries, with these first few stalkers. The ability to warp in 9 stalkers at a time is pretty powerful. There's these infestors out, but it's going to be, well, another 15 seconds until they have that fungal growth available. And the fungal growth can definitely be nice. If you can chain fungals onto the sentries, it's going to be absolutely huge. Lings are on the way, continuing here in the production. It's basically just mass laying infestor right now, and Lilbow will be checking out that composition once again with just a hallucinated Phoenix, keeping in track of what is coming in here from his opponent. Hive's going to finish here shortly. I wonder if he might decide to invest in some Vipers instead of waiting to go instead of trying to get everything into Ultralisks. As Sentry's going to try and get to the high ground, yeah, but some of them turning around, and this is not a good start from Lilbow. He gets a lot of his Sentries picked off for no real reason, and a fungal growth will help take down the last of those. So in fact, these Stalkers getting their fungals, they're stuck up there, and now they will be able to blink away, but no Sentries means that no more force fields. Revolver, realizing his fourth base is already going to die, isn't going to continue trying to trade there, but it went pretty well for Revolver. I mean, he killed off pretty much every single sentry, and now moving across the map, he actually sees a warp as much was on the way to help Lilbow reinforce. And there's only really mass stalkers here right now. Ultra Cavern starts, a lot more, there's still just kind of mass circling here. As Revolver tries to move through, get something done once again, but will just have to move back. 2-2 upgrades will be here for the next time he tries to take a fight. Adrenal glands as well, potentially. I don't think he should be in this aggressive a position, especially with the infestors. He doesn't have any fungal growths available right now. Is he really going to try and go for this? It looks as though he will, despite, you know, he's right now, I mean, he's building up towards ultras and everything, but he's just attacking into this for absolutely no reason. Zelix warping from Lilbow, And this is just a trade which Revolver did not need to take at all for any reason. And, well, at least he will have ultras on the way here shortly. Lilbow being held back, 4th base being set up once again from Revolver after it got took down here previously. And Lilbow will just be moving around a little bit, looking to see what he can maybe get done from some stalkers. Warping in and moving forwards a little bit here. Lane coming around the left hand side of the map. Just going to position here, watch for Lilbow's 4th base coming up. Infestors do once again have energy, so that's going to be very useful when it comes to fighting this army, which is basically just pure Stalker and a handful of Zealots. And, you know, honestly, with Ultras on the way out, this is definitely manageable for Revolver. I mean, he's got 2-2 upgrades, Adrenal Gland's about to kick in as well. There's just the worry of, is there just too much here from our Protoss player? He really needs to just wait for the Ultras. He can't fight this before then. And, I mean, there isn't actually a recall available on the Mothership Core just yet. 4th base does fall. So no Mothership Core recall available, and maybe Revolver will feel as though he should continue attacking forwards here. Revolver needs to split up a little bit. He needs to come in from a couple of different angles if he wants to make an engagement into these Stalkers' work. There's so many Stalkers, and grabs a Fungal Growth on the first few of them. He's coming in all from one angle, and these melee units will struggle to reach through, and the Ultra's just getting targeted before they can even reach the Stalkers right now. First Fungal Growth did land, and we need to see a couple more to stop these Stalkers from just blinking away like that. There's a lot of Zerglings being made a lot of Zealots being made right now. The Ultras do now have Chitinous Plane, but the first Ultras just died so quickly, and Revolver needs to find a way to, well, he needs these Ultras right now. He needs to come in. He's going to just have to engage on this and buy himself some time. He needs to try and keep his base alive. The Sim City here is really going to hurt him. The Ultras getting to the front, they're going to be able to start cleaving their way through these Zealots, and, well, Lilbow taking a lot of damage, but these Stalkers will just kite away if the Fungal Growths aren't going to come in, and these Infestors, they're just sitting AFK. Revolver's not doing anything with these units as Mothership Core starting to pick off some drones. The Ultras just get targeted down one at a time, and these Infestors, what are they going to do? Well, they're just going to sit back and, well, another Ultra's going to pop. I mean, he's not using his Infestors, and I don't understand why. He needs to pin down these Stalkers so they can't just kite away and kill all the Ultralisks, which is exactly what's been happening up until now. So a lot more Ultras actually are here, so Revolver maybe has one more chance, and he really needs to come in and hit a Fungal Growth so that these Lings just can finally connect, and that's exactly what you need. It's a big Fungal Growth hitting on a lot of these Stalkers, and finally the Ultras are starting to connect here just a little bit more than before. These Zerglings as well with 3-3 upgrades now really will start to chew through this, and the Revolver looks as though he will turn this around. Lilbow now maybe in a little spot of trouble as Revolver will attack across the map, and if Revolver takes down Lilbow here, what a great first step this would be for Imaginary Gaming to move towards their playoff position. Coming in towards this 4th base, that'll get cancelled almost immediately here. The Zerglings with 3-3 just have so much power behind them. Ultras are being made, Immortals are being made, but they're just going to have to back off here. They're not going to get defended, and a little bit of indecision by Revolver, but he will come in here. He's going to kill off the Immortals, and that's pretty much all he has to deal with, these incoming Ultralists, and the Ultras are just going to move away. They don't want to actually fight these Immortals at all, and, well, I mean, the Immortal's going to sit in the best choke point possible here, but it's just not going to be enough. So you can see these Lings just working their way against us. Some Infested Terrans come down, some ranged units coming in here to help out for Revolver, and Revolver, who kind of has had a bit of a tough game here. You know, he's had no he's had his 4th base killed off so many times. He's going to come in. He's going to maybe kill the 3rd of Lilbow, who just now loses his Robo Facility. A couple of Archons are coming, an Immortal in from behind, as both players have a lot of money which they're just not spending. And in fact, this final Ultra might go down here. Tries to borrow one of them just to keep it alive. Both players with so much money right now. And a lot of Lings once again from Revolver, who this time might finally get his 4th base up and running. No, he doesn't have that much economy though. 55 drones to 67 probes. Lilbow's economy is looking pretty great right now still, as Revolver just remaking Lings, remaking Ultras. He did kill those Robo Facilities, so a lack of you know, Immortal production here for Lilbow, but he's got a couple out, and he's got a lot of Archons as well, which is going to help out immensely against these incoming Zerglings. The splash damage from those will be huge, as he's going to just try and cancel the 4th base again. Investors need to move away. He's not going to get enough of a surround on that 4th base, and it will stay alive for now, as Revolver makes 17 drones. A much needed investment. He needed some extra workers. He needs to start saturating up to 4 bases. As these Zerglings just going to hide in the upper right here. A couple of Ultras moving up into this direction as well. And this Immortal Archon force just chilling around the middle of the map here right now. looking to maybe try and see what it can get up to. 3 more infestors being made, pathogen glands finally being researched as well. I mean, to be fair to Revolver, he's kept his infestors alive. He's only lost 1 infestor all game long, so they have been a really nice investment for him. What resources lost like? Actually much worse for Lilbow here, which is why Revolver is getting away with having had so many fewer drones than his opponent for so long. Warpism did get killed off in that last engagement, and that means that Revolver is not really able to Lilbow is not really able to move out on the map and harass too much. Of course, he can't really rebuild that because his robot facilities were killed off, and once the robot facilities get rebuilt, it's going to be in full-on immortal production, as we see right now, just Immortal Archon on the way. Interesting to see Neural Parasite being upgraded. If we actually saw some Neurals in this game, that would be very, very interesting. Maybe Neurals all of the Immortals, and yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what he would Neural. I think the Immortals would be the best choice, because if you Neural the Immortals, it takes away the damage from the Ultras at least. Which are, and I guess they are the most kind of the most important thing. 5th base here for Revolver, being attacked by just a single Zealot. As both players coming up towards max now. Revolver at 170 supply against the 160 of his opponent, and you know his army supply is quite far ahead because he's a little bit down in workers still. Just keeps his hatchery alive right now, as the army for Lilbow is so well equipped to deal with Ultralisks. Though I mean, so many Archons. But there's so many infestors here, and Neural Parasite's the first Archon. He's going to start doing some damage with this. How long has it been since we've actually ever seen Neural Parasites? These infestors need to get in range. They need to start Neural Parasite whatever he can, and here we go! Neural Parasites on a lot of the Immortals, the Archons as well, and Lilbow's army is turning on him, but is it going to be enough? As he's going to start moving forward, he's going to start taking down the infestors. It hasn't worked out here. Revolver, the Neural Parasite, has absolutely failed, and he's just walked his army into basically an Ultralist grinding machine, and he lost all of those so quickly. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And this 5th base will be cancelled. I don't think Revolver can actually get enough up anymore to fight this, and that last fight, I mean, so one-sided. I don't think Lilbow really lost anything. Yeah, I mean, he really did just lose absolutely nothing. Revolver needed to kind of check switch out of this. You know, if he had a Spire coming up or something like that, he might have been able to go into Mass Mute or so instead of just more and more Ultras, and maybe would have caught Lilbow off guard. He was preparing just to deal with Ultras once again with all of these Immortals. You see a run by here from Zerkler, but I mean, what's he going to do? Kill the 4th while his Hive goes down, his Infestation Pit? How is he ever going to be able to kill this army? He just isn't going to, and it looks as though Lilbow will in fact take game 1 here for Imaginary Gaming. And for Baguette and Imaginary Gaming. Revolver, he was so close to putting that first of 2 very vital points onto the scoreboard here today. Some Lings and Ultras popping out, but they're just going to pop out into their deaths here, as the base trade will continue on the other side of the map. Infested Terrans, Ultra trying to do whatever they can, but a couple of Archons, a couple of Immortals over here, and that will be GG. Lilbow takes game number 1 of this best of 7 series, guys, and moves 1-0 up and that makes Baguette 1-0 up here.